Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. Today's video is going to be a tutorial using the new Desi and Katy Dose of Colors collection. As soon as the collection released, I did order the entire collection. I paid for it with my own money just because I love Desi Perkins, I love Katy, I love Dose of Colors, and honestly I thought the collection was really beautiful. I thought it was an amazing collection. A lot of people complained about the eyeshadow palette because it doesn't have any transition colors, but I personally like that. Like, I constantly travel with so many eyeshadows and I always have so many matte shadows with me, so I think it's so nice that they created a palette with just like your 4 statement shimmers like all over lid colors. I actually love the concept behind this and I think it's really awesome. The highlights are incredible, love them, and I've already used all of the lip products and I love every single lip product. In this video I will be giving you 2 options for lips. This is option number 2, which is Sauvage, this beautiful dark kind of like purpley, I don't even know what this is, but it's just such a beautiful color and it's so nice now for fall. I'm not really going to review the products in this video just because there's so many reviews here on YouTube and on Instagram. This collection came out I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I know there's a lot of reviews up everywhere, so I'm not going to be reviewing it. I'm not going to be swatching it. You guys have seen a gajillion reviews and swatches of this already, I'm sure. It's just going to be a tutorial using the products. So not too long ago, Desi Perkins filmed with Kim Kardashian and she actually did Kim Kardashian's makeup using her new eyeshadow palette. She used the color Turbo Sun, which is the nice dark, like the deepest color in the palette. It's kind of like a purpley, browny, I don't even know. It's just like nothing in this collection I can describe with colors because it's just so different, you know? But she used Turbo Sun on Kim Kardashian and she did like a nice smoky eye and I loved it. I thought it was such a beautiful look, and I haven't done a smoky eye in quite some time, so I actually wanted to recreate that look. So that's what I did in today's video. Because in Desi Perkins' video doing Kim Kardashian's makeup, she did kind of talk about some of the products that she used, but she didn't go too in depth with exactly what colors she was using on the eyes and how she was placing it. Like, it was more of them chit-chatting and kind of talking about products and makeup. So I wanted to create the same look, but in more of an in-depth tutorial type of way, so it will be easier for you guys to recreate it because I'm sure that a lot of people really loved that look. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look using the desiXkaty Dose of Colors collection, hey, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Hey guys, so let's go ahead and get started. In Desi Perkins' video that she did Kim K's makeup, she claims to have been using a neutral color from the Makeup by Mario palette to start Kim's makeup, but I don't see no neutral colors in that palette, so I don't really know what she was talking about. So instead, I'm gonna go in with the Studio Makeup palette and go into this nice neutral color that's actually neutral in this palette. And I'm using a Morphe M518, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start running this through my crease. I am gonna kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, manipulate the shape of my eye. Instead of following my natural crease, I'm gonna kind of try to create more of a straight crease. You're gonna see right now, I'm lifting it up, the shadow color in the inner part of my crease, to create more of a straight effect across my eye. Just because Kim Kardashian's eyes are a lot more almond shaped than mine and they're more elongated than mine, I want to create more of that elongated almondy type effect, and by taking the eyeshadow that way, that's gonna help to create that effect. Now I'm gonna go into this other color from the same palette, from the same Studio Makeup palette, and I'm using a Morphe M433 brush, and I'm just gonna drag this through my crease. I'm basically doing the same thing with this color as I did with the last color. I'm just keeping this a little bit lower and a little bit more concentrated in my crease, but I am bringing it up a little bit higher on the inner part of my crease to create that nice almondy effect I was talking about. So now I'm gonna start to deepen up the eyes a little bit more. If you wanna use the darkest shade from that same Studio Makeup palette, you totally can. But I wanted something a little bit warmer, so I went in with the darkest brown color from the Makeup by Mario palette because, as you can see, it's very warm and I didn't want it to be too neutral. I wanted to have some warmth in the eyes. So I'm going to be using a Morphe, well, I am using a Morphe M411 while I do this, and I'm just packing this onto the outer V of my eye. I'm starting down towards like my lash line and then working it up, and as I get less and less product on the brush, I'm going to start to run it through my crease. I'm only taking this color about halfway through my crease. I'm not taking it all the way in. I want the most depth on the outer corners. And now I just switched back to my original blending brush and I'm using whatever's left over on it to just blend out all those edges and make sure all the colors are nice and blended together. So now I'm picking up the Girls palette. I'm going to be going into the darkest color in the palette, which is called Turbo Sun. These colors are supposed to be used with your finger, so I'm just going to dip my finger into it and then just start to run this across my eyelid, and it is so beautiful. This color is exactly what I expected it to be. It's gorgeous. I love it. I'm obsessed. I love all the colors from the palette. I've used every single one. I think they're all amazing, but this was the first time I used this one, and I am in love, guys, in love. So to get into that little inner corner, I'm using a little pencil brush just because my finger doesn't fit into that small little area. And then I actually, what I like to do to blend that shadow into the rest of the colors is I like to pick up a little bit on the pencil brush and kind of run it along the edges of the shadow. the brush disperses a lot less product than your finger does. So what it does is it kind of gives it that nice like ombre effect, and it just blends it really nicely into the rest of the colors by doing that with the brush. Now I'm just packing on a little bit more of the dark color from the Makeup by Mario palette on the outer edge to deepen it a little bit more. And now I went ahead and did my other eye off camera, and now I am just cleaning up under my eyes and cleaning up the sides of that eyeshadow. So I will have my full foundation routine linked below in the description box, but I've been doing something a little bit different, so I thought I'd show you guys. This is the Makeup Forever HD foundation stick, and I've never been a huge fan of this. I've used it in the past and I didn't love it, but Gabby T MUA used it on me when she did my makeup the other day for a box trim shoot, and it looked so nice in pictures and on camera, so I've been using it a little bit here and there. So I'm mixing that with the Armani Luminous Silk, which is what I'm dotting on my face right now. And now I'm going with my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush and just blending the two together. These two foundations together look really nice, especially in pictures and in photography. This Makeup Forever HD foundation stick is incredible in pictures. I've been using it on clients a lot, like for weddings or for different things that I know they're gonna be taking a lot of pictures. It just photographs incredibly. So now to clean up my under eyes just a little bit, I'm gonna be using the IBY under eye just in the darkest areas right underneath my eye. I'm using a very small amount of product as always, and just blending it out with a little synthetic brush. I haven't used this in a while, but I recently started using it again. Don't know why, but I love it. And now since we're mimicking a Kim Kardashian look, she always has that kind of like no makeup look happening, that she's just naturally flawless. So I'm using my Tarte Rainforest Desi's concealer, which you guys know is probably my favorite concealer of all time, but it does give that look. That's why I use the IBY under eye right under my eyes to kind of give the coverage that I wanted, and then I'm using this to just add that dewiness and that brightness to my skin without having too much coverage. So now I'm just going to blend it in with my Real Technique sponge, and then we'll move on to the next step. So now I'm just going to very lightly set my under eye area just where I need to. I'm going to be using this palette from IBY Beauty. It's the highlight and contour palette, and this actually came in a box trim, and I've never used it on camera, and I really love it. I'm using my e.l.f. blush brush, and I'm just buffing out any product that may have creased in my under eye area, and then I'm going in with the highlight number 2 and pressing it in right underneath my eyes where I tend to crease. I'm also bringing this down the sides of my nose and on the little sides of my cheeks right there where I have really big pores and where I tend to get oil breakout. So I'm going to finish the rest of my face, or the majority of my face, off camera, and I am back. We got blush, we got contour, we got all that stuff. So I went in now with the Meet Eye highlight from the Desi and Katy collection, and I'm using a Morphe M500 brush, and as you can see, I'm kind of just dusting this all over my face. I like to put it all over my cheekbones, all over my forehead, all down the bridge of my nose, all over my cupid's bow, and all over my chin, just to give my skin like a really nice all over glow. I like doing this with Meet Eye just because it's a little bit more of a bronzy highlight. It's not as golden, so it kind of matches my skin color a little bit better and gives me kind of like that natural looking glow. Then I'll go in with Fuego and a smaller brush and just put this on the very, very, very highest points of my face. So on the highest points of my cheekbone, tip of the nose, cupid's bow, and that is it. So now I'm going in with my most recent favorite under eye brush, which is the Morphe M168, and the darkest brown color from the Makeup by Mario palette, and I'm just smoking out my entire lower lash line from outer corner to inner corner, and I am connecting it to the top part of my eye makeup to give that nice effect to the eyes. You guys know I love that sound effect. And now I'm using a little bit of Fuego on the inner corner of my eyes to highlight. So I went ahead and threw on some lashes. These are the Ardell faux mink lashes in the style 811. They kind of remind me, sorry, my dog was barking. They kind of remind me of Iconic Lights, but they're not as full. They're really nice. I like them from the drugstore. They're good drugstore lashes. And now I set my face with the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and I'm just throwing on a little mascara to connect my lashes to the falsies and putting some mascara on the bottom. And once I'm done with this, we will move on to lips. So as you saw in the beginning of this video, there are 2 lip options in this video. The first one is this nice nude, so I'm using a little bit of MAC Boldly Bare to line my lips. And then I'm going in with the color No Shade. I actually think that of the 2 nudes, I prefer this one. This one's just a lot more nude, and it's like, I don't know, it's more of like a peachy nude undertone, and More Creamer Please tends to be a little bit more brown, which I also love, but I navigate towards this one more. So I'm just filling in my lips with this. I think the formula is awesome. I love the color. And then I'm going to put a little bit of gloss on top. This is the Over the Top gloss. I personally like to apply this with a brush just because if I put it over my lipstick with a little applicator, the applicator gets all dirty and then the lip gloss gets dirty and it's just gross. So I like to put it on with the brush. And once we're done putting on the gloss, that is it. This is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you thought it was helpful. Like I said during the video, Desi Perkins did mention in her video that she was using the Mario palette, and she said when she started, she said she was gonna use a nice neutral brown from the Makeup by Mario palette, but I don't really know which one of these is neutral, because these two are super warm and then this one's pretty cool, so I don't really know. That's why I kind of used a different palette that I felt was more neutral than this one. But other than that, I did kind of try to follow as much as possible as I could from her tutorials. I could make it as similar as possible to the look she did on Kim Kardashian. So I hope you guys are happy with the results. I'm super happy with it. I adore this turbo tone color. Oh my god, this is the first time that I used it in this tutorial. I've used all other 3 colors, but this was the first time I used turbo tone, and I love it. It's amazing. And honestly, these highlights, these are the only highlights I've been using since I got this collection. I mean, these highlights, they're just gorgeous. And I've been using them the same exact way I used them in today's video. I've been using Mírame kind of like as an all over highlight, and then Fuego just in the highest points of my face to give that extra little pop. I also love all the nudes from the collection, More Creamer Please and No Shade. They're both beautiful, and I have a feeling that they're gonna have to make these permanent because they're just such amazing staple colors to have in your collection. And I also really love the 2 liquid lipsticks. You guys know I'm very picky with liquid lipstick formulas, and the Dose of Colors ones are some of my favorites. I love this formula. It's one of the few formulas that I actually really like. And this gloss, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The only thing I will say about the gloss is that I do feel like it's finishing pretty quickly. I mean, I use it a lot, but not that much, and I feel like I'm already seeing a dent in the tube. I think it's that it's so thick that like it kind of gets used more. It kind of gets used faster than other lip glosses get used. I don't know. I just feel like I'm going through it really quickly. But other than that, I think that's it, guys. Comment below and let me know which lip option you liked better. I don't know if I like the nude or the dark better. I don't know. There's something about this like dark smoky eye with this dark lip that's really got me. But then there's nothing like a smoky eye with a nude lip. I just don't know. What do you guys like better? Which one do you guys like better? If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing more of my videos, then just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video.